Nugzz crew back with another how-to video for you guys. Let's get straight into this and what we're doing. We are doing an updated car-to-car merge on the PS4 console right now. This is old gen, so it seems to be one step different from the old one. It's just a criminal enterprise. So let's go ahead and take this car right here. Get your livery set up. If you do want to do a hidden livery, make sure you don't forget that part. We will post a livery spreadsheet, and then go ahead, register as an MC or a CEO. If you don't have a Sparrow, you might want to register as a CEO. I don't really think it matters which one you register as. And get in your helper's car. So you're going to get in your helper's car, you're going to register as a boss, and your helper is going to go ahead, open their interaction menu after they accept the sprint invite, and we're just watching the timer. Remember, you are sitting in your helper's car, and you have your car with all the mod and liveries set up to put on the new car. So we're gonna do one of the new cop cars just for GP. So we're gonna wait until about 3 seconds, and your helper C2 is going to return vehicle to personal storage. So hit X. It's going to stick your merger /C1 onto an infinite black. Wait for the loading circle and go ahead and figure out what targeting mode you started in. And I'm going to use Japanawak here. Japanawak's always first on my list because of the way they made their name. Appreciate you. Anawak is a G2. Either one will work. I'm in an assisted, so I'm using a free aim targeting mode alert. Accept the first alert. Decline the second alert. Now, here's where it's a little inconsistent for me. Sometimes I do have to use criminal enterprise, so check options, see if your EWO's lit up. It's not in this case, so I'm going to go ahead and go to any website. Doesn't matter which one you go to. You can go to any of those websites and get to this screen right here where it's a web browser and just back out, guys. And that's all you got to do. Doesn't matter which one you use. You'll EWO at this point. It should be lit up. Go ahead, use the EWO option. It's probably going to kick you out of the car. It's been doing that pretty consistently with me. Just get back in your car so you can drive to wherever your helicopter is going to spawn at, unless you know it's going to spawn close, unless you can see it. I got the good camera view on this one, guys. Sometimes you get the really shitty one. Oh, I see it right there. It's a little tricky getting in sometimes. It wants to walk back to the car. Now you can fly in the air, or you can just sit on the ground. I mean, if you fly in the air, remember you're gonna lose control. So go ahead, request personal vehicle with your helper from the interaction menu, and go start a takeover. So you will need to be level 20 with your helper here. So if it's a C2, make sure you've gotten level 20. So call out your vehicle interaction and start a takeover, and that will start the whole process just like it did before, guys. So nothing's really changed other than the criminal enterprise starter pack part when you do need it. I can verify firsthand that I haven't needed it every time I've done this on the PS4. And it's going to be the same old, guys. Go ahead and call Captain Brendan Darcy when you're able to. And make sure you remember where you purchased or have a vehicle that you want to put the mods onto. And fly right on over to your yacht. So obviously it'd be smart to move your yacht somewhere as close as possible, either somewhere to the south or somewhere by the beach over there. It doesn't matter, whatever you prefer at that point. Closer the better. Kind of just a refresher course on what the old merge was before it got all wanky on us. So head on over to where you're close enough to get your phone call in here, and push X, find out where that car was. We're going to use that new Greenwood Cruiser. Make sure it spawns on your mini map somewhere. There it is. And a couple options here, guys. You can go ahead and just hold triangle and respawn somewhere in the airport, or you can fly close to an LSC and either blow yourself up or hold triangle to respawn, or you can fly back over to the car meet if you're doing the back-to-back. Now, a really big pro tip here is if you're doing BMXs, yes, you can do BMXs off the bike rack, and cruisers, which are two-tones, scorchers, which are two-tones. All you're going to need to do is fly back over and respawn near the apartment that you drove them out of, or you called them out of. You don't need to change one thing on the bikes off the bike rack. You just need to drive them back into where they got called out from. So unfortunately, I chose a cop car for this. I'm going to have to pull out an Avenger or an MOC. So I'm just going to hold triangle. I'm going to respawn. We're going to throw the mods onto the car here. And I'm going to need to call out my MOC. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and ask our helper to close app. If it's going to be your same helper or your C2, you're going to have to close app to join another takeover, right? We don't know how to work around that part just yet. So unfortunately, a close app is in the mix here. Give it a couple seconds, let it in the sprint for us, and let's go ahead and finagle our way to the MOC or Avenger, whichever you prefer. Remember, MOC and Avenger is only for cop cars and things that need to be taken in there. Don't know why, that's just the way they made it for us. So let's go over here, find our MOC, and let's drive this in the back of the MOC. Now, a good tip about using the MOC, guys, is it may be a good part because if you do flasher activators, you don't want to physically change anything on the car that's an activator, or you break the activator side of it. It just becomes a flasher. So there's another good pro tip that MOC might be a good way to go. I know it's not beneficial if there's a back-to-back method because it'll unglitch you these days, but I'm not doing the back-to-back method. I've got two consoles set up for myself, plus I've got a close app anyway. So I hope this, guys, is a really beneficial video for you guys. Please take it while it's here. Nugzz crew is out. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.